Hi, and welcome to the JOAT Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So today I will be doing something different, actually similar. If you look into our video playlist, you will find a video on turkey gravy. So last Thanksgiving I decided to try something different, and I used the chicken neck of the wild turkey hunt caught last year, and I made gravy for our Thanksgiving. So now I am deciding that I have so many chicken necks that we harvested earlier this year, and I absolutely love chicken neck stew or chicken neck soup. Honey's not a big fan because there's not a lot of meat and there's a whole lot of bones. So he's not a big fan with it. So I've decided to make chicken neck gravy. And I will be canning it, and it will be gravy that we can use until next spring when we decide to harvest more chickens. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, so this is all the chicken neck we'll be using. And this is approximately, I don't know how many pounds. But this is most of the chicken neck from this year's chicken harvest. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be marinating it with a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and some original essential, and then I'm gonna let this sit overnight, and tomorrow I'm gonna pick up the process. You'll see I'm gonna be taking all the meat off of the chicken neck, so this is gonna be a very rich gravy, so stay tuned. We're gonna make this, because the chicken neck has a lot of bones, we're gonna treat it as making a stock first. So we're gonna do a simple mise en place here. We're gonna have some celery, onions, and carrots, and I'm gonna do a ball of garlic for additional flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up, and then we're gonna saute it. I want to say about 9 hours. I had it on simmer. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull all the necks out, and I'm going to be stripping the meat off of the bone. So this is probably the hardest part, and if you notice, look how soft it is. The meat is already falling apart, and it's falling off the bone. So I've got all the neck bones stripped. This is all the neck bone pieces that I stripped the meat off, and this is all the meat that we got from all those neck bone. And this is a lot of meat in here, a lot of meat. And then I just put a little bit off to the side. We're gonna have that for dinner tonight. So the next step is going to be adding all of this meat into the pot, bringing it up to temp, and adding our seasonings, and then getting the immersion blender to start blending all of this. Alright, next we're going to use my immersion blender, and we're just going to go ahead and start blending all that stuff up. Alright, so I've been blending it for about 2 minutes, and if you see it's beginning to get nice and creamy, that's all the chicken that's being blended up. and that's going to help thicken this gravy. So the next step, we're going to go ahead and add seasoning and possibly some cornstarch and let it simmer for another 10 minutes before we start. Alright, so I'm just going to be adding a little bit of seasoning. Nothing too fancy, just stuff that I have in the house. So this is a little bit of basil, some thyme, and I'm just finessing this recipe. Yeah, from the different flavor seasoning. I know the taste of it. This is a little bit of crushed this is red pepper, just for a little bit of kick. And then we're gonna have some original essential, and I think this is all I have left, so we're just gonna do that. Got it up to medium. And we're gonna go ahead and add some salt and a little bit of black pepper. And I'm just gonna stir this. It's got a very good aroma coming on. When I puree the chicken, if you know, it's really nice and creamy. Look at this. All I need to do is add some cornstarch now for consistency. Alright, so we did some addition. We end up adding some slurry, which is just a flour and water mixture to it as well, to help thicken it up besides the cornstarch that we added. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill my jars. And Hun has the pressure pot coming to temp here while I do that. So we've got the first set of jars loaded up in the pressure cooker. I'm just going to go ahead and close it and get this process going. And I will continue to fill jars with gravy. We still have this much gravy left.
And we're going to process it for 20 minutes because it's pint jars. If we move to quarts, we'll go to 25 minutes.
Alright, so all said and done, we ended up with 22 pints of gravy and 3 quarts. All said and done, Hun tasted the gravy, I tasted it, it tasted great. Yeah, he's behind the camera shaking his head. So yeah, we've got food to last us over the winter, and now with this gravy we can just open the can, warm it up, and pour it over some mashed potatoes or whatever we're having. Behind me we have some more of the cans being pressure cooked, you should say. Pressure canned. Other than that, I hope you like this video again. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it down there in the comments area, and give a thumbs up. It won't cost you anything to give us a thumbs up, okay? It's free. And other than that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.